Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights, tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant. Do you like your pancakes patted, your biscuits buttered, your cakes fluffy? Then you should get Mother Butters. I put that on everything. Pasta, veggies, rice, and everything nice. Mother Butters will get you right. Oh yeah, GMO free, and for those who are vegan, Mother Butters has a non-dairy option. That's right, there's enough Mother Butters for everyone to enjoy. Get Mother Butters from your local grocery store. Hey man! What you doing in my kitchen?
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Prepare like the juggernaut, it's clear, ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Blurred's Eye View, Ohio's Nerd Threesome you'd actually like. But today you get the dynamite duo of me and DC. What's going on, D? If you're watching us right now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on Twitch and YouTube. The Twitch handle is Blurred's Eye View 1. Hit that notification bell on YouTube. You'll be excited to get some more geek news and reviews from yours truly. And as always, you can listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts, including iHeartRadio and now Opulence Radio. But first, what's going on, D? I'm your man on the wall, Chris Fury, and with me is my man D. What's happening? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. That's why.
My bad. I was.
There you go.
I had a phone call in between all that stuff. So, chilling, shooting the breeze, man. Hanging out.
Yeah, man. We finally got our 90-degree day, and it ain't no way. Everybody was acting like they weren't ready. But
speaking of which, I said this on IG. I'm gonna say it again for those who didn't catch this. I'm starting a new service. It's called Musket Hose. So what I'm gonna do is take a water hose, fill it like a musket with deodorant balls and Dawn dish soap, and I'll just start spraying people down because it's 90 degrees outside. I do not want to be close quarters with funk. I'm sorry. If I got to fart for it to smell good,
what's up, Boomer?
That ain't it.
No, that's not it. And you should know better. You grown ass, you should know better than walk around smelling like yesterday's trash and old news from last year.
What the business is?
What's happening? But it's been quite a bit because it's May. The last day of May. So if you are into a lot of television shows and everything else, it's May sweeps. So some shows are ending, other shows are not. Some we're glad to see go. But there's been some things that's been popping up in the news lately, and we'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to address the elephant in the room, as it were. Not only was May Mental Health Awareness Month, it was also Black Fae Day. But as you know, and if you've been watching and following the show on IG and on Facebook, I've been sharing Black Faes for the entire month of May, including and Black Mermaid, because this is truly a safe space. I created this platform to have that safe space, and shout out to Jasmine LaFleur for creating Black Fae Day, and she created it last year, so it's only been around for a year. And it allowed people of color, of all walks of genders, to dress as different types of fairies and mermaids. And it was the most pure and magical and innocent thing, and it felt good. And I'm quoting my cousins
from down in Philly, King Kurt from Head Nerd to Charge. He said because he's gone to the Black Fay Day picnic that they had this year down in Atlanta, and he said to sit there under the tree and just watch little boys and girls literally just minding their business and having fun, and no one objectifying them or doing anything to make them feel less than, and just feeling innocent. People was going around, and if you didn't have food at your little camp, then some people were sharing food. It was an honest, innocent, and magical experience. And I had to do my part since I couldn't physically be there. I had to do my part, and this is a special two-part vignette that I put together right quick to kind of celebrate those black fays and black mermaids that showed and proved and showed just how creative they can be, how magical they can be. And here we go. So there was that. That was part one. Part two, I'll be showing later on in the show. If you are listening to the show, please check it out on YouTube. Give your thoughts and opinions.
And you ain't watching it, you just miss some magical
You
shit.
just you
flipping and flopping and all over the place.
Yeah.
Mermaids was swimming and shit. You missed a magical thing. You should be watching.
Yeah. So and this is sort of the thing where we kind of have to take that into account to say, hey, we matter, we count, we represent it, we are being represented in all walks of life, whether in all forms of media. And this is kind of the drive of this show and the platform of this show, to like, we're here to represent you. So I want to thank all those who showed up in this, who I put in this vignette for the part one. I'll be showing part two later in this episode. But before we get any further, man, I just want to get into some of the blurred news, man. It's been a minute. So here we go. So Ray Liotta passed away, man.
Yeah.
He passed away. Ray Liotta passed away. He passed away in his sleep. He was 67 years old. He was down in Costa Rica. He was actually filming a movie at the time. And if those who don't know, like, you're missing out, because dude was actually a really good actor. He's been in just about everything you can think of. His first starring role was Field of Dreams, but best known for Goodfellas. And let me tell you, the man was pretty much a powerhouse. He had some pretty good movies out there And rest in peace to Ray Liotta, and peace and prayers to his fiance and his family. Wasn't expecting seeing that coming. I don't know what he was filming, but obviously they're not filming it now. So yeah. And I really got to make a segment for this, but in our segment, who the hell asked for this? I'm still trying to figure this one out. I don't know who asked. Okay, so for those who are listening, you need to watch, because the property for Winnie the Pooh expired back in February. All right. Another movie company picked it up. Nobody major that we know of, but they picked it up and decided to make a horror film. These are the still images from said horror film. So I had to ask the Black Coalition of Geekdom, and this was the response. Some of these, the looks say it alone. They not with it. They ain't on it. They just not with it, man. I don't know who asked for Winnie the Pooh as a horror movie. Now here's the thing. Wait a minute, Sam got something to say. All right. If this is anything like what Sci-Fi did a couple years ago with the Banana Splits film, I'll watch it. I'll watch it sheerly out of curiosity, man. I don't know who asked for such a thing. It's kind of it's nightmare fuel. Don't show it to your kids, man, please. It's not the Winnie the Pooh we know.
That's the one we need.
But it's the one we need. DC, you been watching Stranger Things?
Never.
Never. Then you're missing out.
Never even seen one episode of it. I couldn't.
You're missing out. The Kids of Hawkins is back. After being on a break, and not because of their own making, but obviously because of COVID, it's actually been about 4 years now.
Oh yeah, I definitely ain't.
Yeah, I mean, this is season 4, but for 2 years, nothing. And then how Netflix films their stuff. You probably not. When season 3 ended, it was 2019. So here it is. 2018, 2019, somewhere along that line. Dude,
couldn't tell you one thing about
it's a fucking mind trip. I will tell you that much. It was worth the damn wait. It was worth the wait. If you thought that the kids from Hawkins would never come out with this 4th season, which has been split because they did, I think it's 8 episodes. Yes, 8 episodes for season 4. But then they got volume 2, which is the rest of that season coming out in July, actually, the beginning of July.
Sounds about
and I got
Netflix. They ain't got shit right yet.
Say that again.
So that sounds about right for Netflix. I mean, they ain't got shit yet. Like,
well, I mean, considering the fact this is pretty much all they got. Well, they got their movies. They got some of the movies they're dropping on a monthly basis, but that's neither here. They're considering, from what I heard,
Netflix anymore.
From what I heard, that whole password sharing thing has burnt up in flames. Apparently, it's not going the way they planned. I don't know why they thought it would.
Just canceling their shit.
So I don't know why they thought that was going to go over that well, but they're foolish for that. You should have just left that alone. And then the fact that you raised your prices, but again, yeah. But if you are lucky enough to have it for whatever reason, like myself,
you got money.
I wish that was the case. Don't tell them folks that. I don't need the people. I don't need the man knocking at the door. Ain't no money involved over here. But yeah, man, this show it rings all the tones, man. It's all horror. It's hitting all the notes. Robert Englund is in a couple episodes this season because of something that they're trying to find out. So, obviously a 80s icon, horror icon is in the film. They hit a lot of Easter eggs. If you are into anything 80s, like 80s sci-fi, 80s horror, 80s anything, this show taps into all of that. And they make sure they tap into that. You know, it gives you all those vibes down to the damn stonewashed jeans. They tap into that.
Yeah, I just Netflix. I can't get.
I don't know where they find those outfits, but you know, yeah, I don't know where they find that stuff at. But Obi-Wan Kenobi premiered this past week. Not last week, actually. Last week. Ewan McGregor is back playing Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it's taking place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Now, there was a lot. They showed the first 2 episodes. Great show so far. I love Star Wars, so I'm here for the good and the bad. It doesn't matter. But there are some stars that really stand out. And one of them is this adorable little girl who plays a 10-year-old Princess Leia. And she's every bit sassy and opinionated and smart as regular Princess Leia, as we see here, and who later became the General Leia.
She'll call her Minnie.
Yeah, and when you see it, remember how we watched the Adam Project, and we said how that kid acted exactly like Ryan Reynolds. This kid is embodying every bit of General Leia Organa. But see, that's not where the most hype is coming from. Y'all know out there how I feel about representation in mainstream media in all forms. But this sister here, Moses Ingram, as one of the Inquisitors, and number one, I don't know who is doing her hair.
Question me anytime.
Oh man. I don't know who's doing her hair on in the Empire, but they taking care of it because her shit was laid out and she bad and she ain't taking no shit, and I'm here for it. But with every up, there's got to be a down. There's got to be a down. Unfortunately,
oh my God, there's niggas in space.
That right there. She's actually received negative comments on her pages, on her socials.
You know, black people don't
now
believe in space.
Now,
unless it's
and we're not, and we're saying stuff like you're just a diversity hire, or what was the other one? You know, you'll die, nigga, something around that line. And I'm just like, seriously, who the hell still does this but a bunch of losers? It is these same so-called, and I'm using the term extremely loosely, fans. You're not really a fan. You're not a fan if you got to be that toxic, if you have to be that detrimental and try to tear another person down, another woman down, another person of another race down to feel that way. I'm sure Billy D. Williams had some kind of slight to it. I know what's old boy's name? I can't remember. I know Donald Glover got a little blowback playing a younger version of Lando Calrissian. I know what's his name? John I can't think his Boyega. John Boyega. I know he got some blowback and they kind of did his character dirty, but that was due to the director changing and everything. Let's be honest.
I can't do Star Wars.
It's not just Star Wars, though. That's the problem. But let's be honest. You have over 4 million, maybe billion species in outer space. Did you think there weren't any black people? Let's get that out the way.
Chris,
Number 2.
There are no black people in outer space.
There's black people in outer space. We ain't talking about the homeboys in outer space.
Homeboys in outer space was the only niggas that was in outer space. And they wasn't even out there by choice. That was their job.
That was their job.
Like,
well,
I
am here to say,
volunteer to go to space. They either know one, it's something to it, or two, like niggas just ain't hanging out in froth or whatever. Hoth.
What you said? Wait, I thought you said in froth. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Is that a froth?
I don't know. There's a hoth. There's no froth.
There's no cats hanging out on these planets like that. And Billy D. Williams was like the smoothest nigga in space, and he still didn't get love. Like, that lets me know that niggas don't belong in outer space. Like,
What
how
we
can you
are
be mad at
saying,
Billy D. Williams? Like, this nigga Coke 45 works every time. And this nigga still got flashback. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still, you know what I'm saying, got pushback for being a nigga in outer space. Like, niggas don't belong in outer space. That's why when
here's
they
the thing.
colonize Mars,
We
I'm
we
letting them
we
go.
joke a little bit, but at the same time, we dead serious. Like,
Oh, I'm dead
that ain't the
serious.
way to go, fam.
Niggas don't
That is
belong in
not the
outer
way to
space.
go. You cannot but see, here's the thing. Moses Ingram, she's gone on. She's gone live somewhere. I think it was. I don't know if it was on her Instagram or if she just recorded it somewhere. But she confronted it. She confronted it. And unlike, and they've done this. They've done this with Rosemary Tran, who was the Asian actress from the last set of prequels that was out. They done it with John Boyega. They tried trashing him, but he wasn't having it. He wasn't for the bullshit neither. He clapped back with him real quick. You did this with, and not even people of color, not just people of color. You did it with Jake Lloyd, who played a young Anakin Skywalker. You bullied a kid.
Because he was a kid. If you a kid or of color, you don't belong in outer space.
I've never seen. Say what you want about a prequel. Yes, they don't visually stand up. The storylines are perfect though, but visually, yes, they don't stand up. But if you feel, and I'm in our boy Montel was saying, he called them basement virgins.
Oh, they definitely ain't getting no action.
Yeah, if you take that much time out of your day to spew that much vile, vitriol, and hate and despisement towards kids.
When you ain't busting nuts, you got plenty of frustration and time. Like, there's a lot of
because
in there.
you damn sure can't. You damn sure ain't getting no chocolate acting like that. That's for damn sure. Let's get the. I know
They
that.
wouldn't know what to do with that. Let's not even.
Yeah,
like they don't know what to do with it. I'm like, oh my god, Sharita, how'd you do that?
But
oh my god, Serena just blew her ass cheeks on my face. What am I? Oh, mom, the meatloaf.
Not the meatloaf. Not the meatloaf.
What I'm saying though, like,
it's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
Here's the problem. I'm not affected by it anymore. Like, I don't even get like blown out by like a lot of this news I hear. Like, oh my god, black actor in a white movie, they like ostracized them. Like, I don't even get surprised anymore because I know it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, we know it's gonna happen. That's the sad part. We desensitized to it, to where it's like, oh, probably shouldn't have been there then. I mean, I hate that it got to be that way, but it's like we know Star Wars is predominantly a white man's sport. It's like hockey. You know what I mean? Like, Star Wars was meant for white people to get away from niggas on Earth. That's what it's there for.
That's what they thought.
It's their escape. And then when niggas start penetrating that, they was like, oh my God, can we not have anything? You guys already took music. You took our women. You took our sports. Like, what left is there? Nothing. Like, niggas got everything. And then,
you know what? Let's put it out. Let's just put it out there. Let's just say what it is. Y'all scared of us because we remind you of Black Dynamite.
It ain't even just that. It's just
that's what it is. That's what it is.
It's just the fact that they're losing their American way. Like, if LeBron played, who was that? Was it Cat Williams or Eddie Griffin made the joke about if LeBron played hockey, they would be fucking
who was? I can't remember.
Like, niggas really started playing hockey. Like, tennis, they took Venus and Serena took over tennis. They lost their fucking mind. I seen it. You know what I mean? So it's just like they're everything that they hold dear. Cats are taking over. You got Bubba Wallace and racing. They can't handle it.
They can't handle it.
They can't handle the American way being lost.
No, they can't handle their American way.
Again,
it's not their American way, I should say. It's not their American way.
No, their idea of the American way. It's not black. It's not what it is. And it ain't. It's a small segment that feels that way. but that segment has become loud.
That's the problem.
If you look at the landscape of the world, it's we all know what's going on. We
Hmm.
all know why they feel empowered. Some orange pumpkin rode up into the White House and gave them this new sense of small dick energy to
Entitlement.
win.
Yeah.
No, it's just small dick energy. That's all it is. It's like
Hmm.
Vienna sausage energy out in the world a
Don't
million
disrespect
times
Vienna
strong.
sausage just like that. Don't disrespect the Vienna
Oh,
sausage.
you're right. I love some Vienna sausages sometimes. But anyway, it's just small, like small dicks unite. It's like fucking, it's like 10 million Jaces out in the world right now, just Wonder Twin powering and turning into small dick puddles.
Wait a
Like
minute.
it's just a lot of
Yeah.
fucking sidekicks out here running around the world screaming at the top of their lungs. Ah,
Oh man.
mayonnaise sandwiches.
Oh my God. It's but it's sad. It's
It
really
is
sad.
sad, but that's where we're at
Yeah,
because
and you're right
they
though. It
once were
is
a
a small.
majority. Now they're a
They're,
minority, so
yeah,
they
they're
feel
scared they're going to
threatened.
be wiped out. They're scared that
It
they
ain't even
won't
about
exist,
wiping
and
them
it's
out.
not
It's
even
just
that.
all their history is gone. Their statues are gone. Their women are gone. It's just cars aren't cool anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about you driving the General League. Fuck that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I mean, it's just all the things that made them feel safe have now been confiscated. It's like a kid with an
Confiscated,
Xbox.
destroyed, and wiped
Yeah.
off the face of the
It's
earth.
like a kid with an Xbox. You take that kid's Xbox, he feels less than. Because now it's like, all my friends are playing Xbox. Yeah, I want to play Xbox. And now it's just like, fuck your friends. And you too. So the civil liberties are being shaken at the roots. And they're scared. Yeah, I mean, niggas in space, black people playing hockey, black people doing NASCAR, skydiving, all the shit that you thought we wasn't gonna do. Some
We
cats
doing.
out there doing it, and it's
Here,
and
here,
it's
here's the
killing
bell. Here's the
softly.
bell ringer. There's something with black people that when we say we gonna do something, we do it, and we
Not
tend to
only that,
do
but
it.
we do it better with swag
We,
and
yeah,
style.
we do it much better. We do it well.
I
Like
remember back in the day when Little Richard was coming out with songs, and then they was trying to
I just
remake
seen a
them
video with
whites,
him.
and it
Yeah,
just was fucking horrible and just like sounded like potato salad with raisins in it.
I just seen a video with him where he was at the Grammys, and he was
Like,
presenting at the Grammys,
like
and
that
he
shit.
said that
That
he
it's
said the exact same thing. He said, "I'm the architect of this. Y'all ain't never gave me a Grammy." I'm like, like he
but
was
it's
like,
true.
he's like, and the winner is me because I created all of this.
But it's true. Like
It's
there's a
true.
lot of shit that goes unsaid. Like Little Richard literally started a music thing, and then some dude just came out and put some mayonnaise on it and called it a song, and he got respect. Like he literally didn't even change the words. He did word for word. It was just the worst beat ever and the worst song singing
It
ever.
remember
And the
that scene.
rhythmless nation was digging this shit.
Remember that scene from the Five Heartbeats,
Yeah, that's
and they
exactly what it
song
was.
it,
Same, same
and they
thing.
tried to flip it and
True
had the
story,
same.
same thing.
Yeah,
Ooh, where's my baby left me? Ooh,
and
ain't
look
got
how
no car. Ooh.
how horrible it sounded when they did it. It did
But that's
not
the thing,
sound
man.
good at
That's why
all.
I tell my son the same thing. Like, I don't care about nobody doing what I do because they can't do me. Like, you can steal what I do and try to make it your own, but without my swag or my panache,
Stamp,
what I
your
mean? It is what
stamp
it
or
is. And the
whatever.
same thing goes for everybody else. That's why I be like, don't worry about nobody, what I'm saying, telling you what you can't do or trying to take what you do and do it because they can't do you.
Right.
So, I mean, that's all it boils down to. Like, Little Richard probably threw away more songs than he wrote, and
Yeah.
still was out
And
here
still
doing his
had
thing.
content. Like still had
Like he even
content.
turned up the heat so much that he was doing songs that they couldn't even repeat. It's like, I can't do that shit. That's all you gotta do is turn it up a notch. Go to a level that they can't. Then they gonna stop.
Right. I mean, there's just no way, reason or way. There's no rhyme, reason, or way for you to even get around it because, like we said, when we put our minds to say, okay, we're gonna do this, and we do it in a way that you'll never match it. Now, this is not towards our allies by any means, and you know who you are. But and they're very vocal. The ones who follow the show, they're very vocal on the support, and they're very vocal on the view of things, because what we're not doing is we're not being separatists, I guess you could say. But we're pointing out the obvious. And like DC just said, there's a small segment who feels this way, who feels like they're being drowned out, they're not being heard.
Tiki torches.
Yeah, grab the khakis, get the Target shirts,
the tiki torches and cargo shorts and sandal thongs. I must revolt. Those
like, but you cannot handle what we have.
That it's a fucking movie that tripped me out. It wasn't like real niggas is out here in space. It's a fucking movie show or something. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
it's bigger things.
And that's the other thing.
There's a black woman on a TV show in outer space. Like, it wasn't even, you're gonna die in 7 days because you're out of space. You know, niggas can't breathe in outer space.
Right.
The fuck? This me with that BS. That's why I don't get mad, because it's like, yo, I'm mad about.
For me, it's not even the anger. It's just
that rabbit fur. You know
for me, it's not even the anger. It's the fact that it's like, do you realize just how pathetic you really look?
That's why I don't
now?
get outraged, because I don't. Why give them the energy? Like, I'm not giving unneeded energy anymore. Like, I'm not getting mad. I'm not getting angry, upset about some shit that I can't control. Like, if a motherfucker would get mad because they made a black woman Imperial Star Force leader, like, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. That was their choice, their money. Like, you can't get mad because somebody made a choice.
What you gonna do? What you gonna boycott Star Wars? Here's the thing: you gonna boycott Star Wars?
They got their money. They gonna get their money regardless. Like, niggas,
as a matter of fact, Lucasfilms said, you know what? The Lucasfilms of Disney turned around and said, you know what? You can point your fingers, you can try to bully, you can do all the stuff you want, but guess what? We resist. And there it is.
Sonic, that was something to fight for.
That was different. That's different. That was a whole, yeah.
But this
because that makes
right
sense,
here, man. It tickles me, because that just shows me, you know what I'm saying, like, motherfuckers feel threatened. Like,
SDU.
It ain't even like she had a big role. It wasn't like they turned Luke black. Like, niggas is tripping because she's
I can see. I would understand that. I'm like, okay, why would they do that? I understand. I would. Would I get upset?
Luke Skywalker is now Luke Cage.
But
like, that shit, I can see somebody being up in arms at. I'd be mad at that. Like, how the fuck y'all gonna bring Luke Cage back for this bullshit, man? He should have his own show. This Star Wars shit, like, get this nigga his own shit.
Well,
man.
before and this is a nice little spin. It's funny that you mentioned our man Luke Cage, because Kristen Ritter has been tapped. Jessica Jones.
I'm happy for that.
Yeah, Jessica Jones will be coming back playing in an unnamed MCU project. My guess is in the upcoming Daredevil series that they're doing.
Yeah.
Because that is coming up.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I want to see her have her own shit, or bring back the.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that's in the pipeline. Because remember, the post that Mike Coulter made a couple weeks ago.
I shared that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't.
I said, nigga, I shared it as soon as I seen it. If I get some Luke Cage, I'm cool with that. And it's crazy because I wasn't even a Luke Cage fan, like a Power Man fan, until that series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that series really awoken, like, damn, this nigga is the shit. Like, how have I not?
Wait, hold on. You put the T on it. The shit.
Shit. Yeah, I slept on
you put that. You put the Clarence Williams the third on that.
Like, this is the shit. Like, I slept on Luke Cage, and it wasn't that I didn't know. It's just because he wasn't mainstream, and in my limited comic book, like, if it wasn't like on TV. Like I knew about Deadpool because Deadpool was Deadpool.
Right.
You know, Wolverine and all that. And I take that back because the Spider-Man series on Disney XD kind of introduced Power Man in there.
Okay.
It was called Power Man and not Luke Cage, so there was a disconnect. But no, like Luke Cage series was fucking. It was New York undercover superheroes. Like the fucking music was on point. Like the visuals was on point. Like just the whole show was so well ran that I'm pissed that they canceled that shit. But if they bring
That's
it back,
Netflix for you.
I'll be
That's
happy.
Netflix.
Well, fuck Netflix. That's why Netflix is losing stock shares like crazy. Like motherfuckers is jumping out the window at Netflix right now. They losing money. I ain't even trying to be funny. Like they're losing money
They are
right now.
Like they said, what did they say? Like close to 2 million.
They are
in their fourth quarter. They're looking at them losing
so far right now. You can buy that shit for 50 cents and make $1 million.
Their only recourse to action is like, you know what? Let's go back to the $10 thing and that's probably your best
$2, nigga. Ain't nobody buying that shit no more, man. Not when I can get Hulu for less and better stuff. I can get Amazon Prime included.
You can get Prime. You can get Prime, Hulu, Disney Plus is HBO
$7.
Max.
HBO Max I got free because I got AT&T.
Exactly. So
why am I paying
all of that
fucking
stuff still comes at a reasonable cost, and you still like you're raising up one service, and it's not. We get a dollar hike. We get a couple dollars here and there. We get that, but the way y'all hiked y'all's price over the past few years,
3 times in the last year, 3 times in less than a year.
You when you say in this version you get this, but in this version you get this. Yeah, and then they're trying to talk. There's rumor, and they better not even bother with it. Like talking about ads, I'm like, y'all so fucked up right now. That's probably the only thing that's gonna, ads.
That's them just trying to get their money.
That's exactly what it is because they're bleeding at this point. They're bleeding so hard
that shit.
Because whatever you have left beyond Stranger Things, whatever couple of films you have that you're dropping on a monthly basis, you might as well just drop them. I
want to see they clone Tyrone, but I don't want to pay for it.
Oh, that's what next week.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, John Boyega, and Tiana Paris.
Yeah, I just want to see it because Jamie Foxx and Tiana Paris. Well, actually, I just want to sign to see it. Period. But
I'll watch anything with Tiana Paris.
Netflix for that shit. If I can find it somewhere else cheaper for free or whatever, I'll do that. But I'm not giving Netflix another dime.
Say it with your chest.
Man, they'll never, ever smell some money from me. Unless some niggas go back to sending DVDs in the mail for $2.
Oh my!
Like humble beginnings, and then y'all niggas got a little ahead of yourselves.
Even Hulu didn't do that stuff. Even Hulu didn't do that.
They started smelling this shit. And was like, you know what? I think we can get $40 out of these motherfuckers.
Hulu started out as being completely
no more neither.
Right. Hulu started out being completely free. Like you can watch damn near anything. You know, if something aired tonight, you can wait till like midnight and they will drop.
Hulu?
Yeah.
10?
Between 8 and 10, something like that.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
I think HBO Max is like 14, 15.
Yeah, it's 14.
But there's only one tier. They ain't like, hey, S tier is $30. High definition is $45.
It's like you're getting
high def is $50.
For 14, you're getting everything that regular HBO is showing you. Plus,
I just realized that's HBO and Cinemax together.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're showing you everything.
Max.
Like it's HBO Max, it's Cinemax, it's Adult Swim. I want to say CW stuff.
Yeah.
They're showing.
You got DC.
A lot, but you got a damn near. You damn near got the whole DC library, animated library, and live action.
Because I've been binge watching Justice League, and then I'm in the Justice League Unlimited. You got fucking Young Justice. So
that shit is going so hard right now.
I'm mad that shit come out every Thursday.
Oh my god,
shit is pissing me off. I'm not one of those one show week dudes. Just give me that shit all at once.
That shit, Young Justice is going hard as hell.
You're a streaming service though, like That shit should be like on demand, like ready to go.
It was like, no, we're gonna spoon feed it to you, baby.
Man,
But I'm here
speaking of
for
which,
it at
shout
the
out to
same time
Freebie.
because it's that shit's good.
I mean, it's good, but fuck, I gotta wait a week for this shit. Like, I'm tired of waiting. Like, just when I get to the episode and it's good, I'm like, God damn, it's over. It's only 30 minutes,
I will tell you this.
but it's good as fuck.
It
Don't get me
is.
that.
I love what they're doing. Everything that they're
Yeah.
doing on that show. Talk about representation. They're not holding back.
Man, if
And
I'm-
they're not forcing it. And
They
they're
made
telling you a
Zod black.
story.
You know, a lot of people fucking was kicking themselves over that shit. Oh my God, Zod's black.
Yeah. Because when I seen his son, I'm like,
And he got dreads. He looked
Yeah.
like Michael B. Jordan from
he
Black Panther.
got the Killmonger joints.
He got the Killmonger joints, man. They hating that shit. They like, no. This
And
ain't-
you know
this
what?
ain't
I ain't even mad. I'm like,
I
yo,
like it.
this
Because technically,
this shit is
none of
live.
These characters are really real based off
They're not real,
historical
no.
people. So
Who really
it
gave?
could
I
be
mean, you never really
changed
gave two
at
shits
any
about
time.
Zod,
I like the Zod.
but it's dope. I love like the storyline that they're giving for each character. I mean, not just the overall storyline,
Yeah, they're
but
going in depth on it. Like, they
I love how
really
they're going in
decided
depth
to be
on some of
like,
these
hey,
characters.
man, let's-
I'm kind of glad that Cartoon Network canceled it when they did because they would not be able to handle this type of content.
Yeah.
Because like they really it's I wouldn't say mature, but there's
No,
mature
it definitely
themes.
is. It's
There's-
definitely not. I wouldn't say it's for kids anymore
No,
because some of the things that they're doing, I mean, it's not cussing or none of that stuff, but it's just you have to be able to understand life to understand what some of these characters are really going through. Like Beast Boy with his addiction.
oh shit, that I was about to
say.
say that. I'm like that. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, like he was really going through it. Like
He
that nigga
was
overdosed on
fucked
pills.
up.
Like this nigga had a 5 o'clock shadow and a fucking
His
wine
skin
bottles all over
was
the
faded.
place.
If you notice, his
Yeah, he
skin
was a pale ass green.
he
Man,
looked like dead spinach, man. Like this dude. Yo,
yeah,
I
this
just
Marshall going through grief of losing Connor. Like you had a lot of fucking emotions and a lot of different things that if you wasn't able to comprehend what real life is about, it will go over your head.
yeah,
It would
and
just
that's the
seem like
thing.
Just another silly, you know what I'm saying, cartoon.
Right. That's the thing. The stuff that they're touching on, just the character building. We're not talking about the overall. This is what the main story is. We're talking about the character building. There is
there's a
shit that
lot
they
of
are
arcs
dealing
to
with. Yeah, there is stuff that they are dealing with that would never that you
Aqualad
never
being
would have thought.
bisexual. Like,
Yeah, there's a
Grease
polyamorous
level,
relationship
like-
on there too.
like,
You got a polyamorous relationship going on. You
It's
got
like, wow.
Aqualad being Aquaman, he's Aquaman now. Being
Well, yeah,
bisexual.
but-
You have what is her name? I can't remember her name. Halo. Her name's Halo.
oh, yeah.
But because she's from a different race of alien, she's taking the form of a Muslim girl, but she's identifying as they because she's an alien.
Gender fluid, you know?
Yeah, she's gender fluid.
and she almost got a girlfriend. Like it's a lot going on in that.
It's a
show that
lot,
kids
but
just-
at the same time, it's not being force fed to you. It's being told in such a way that you're just like, I like how they told this story. I like how they did this character.
it's how
I
stories
never
should be
thought
told.
I never thought that I would see Beast Boy not only dealing with grief, but dealing with addiction because of that grief.
Sleep deprivation, like the Beast Boy
Taking
you see on
pills just so
Cartoon
he can
Network
stay
is just,
asleep.
Like, happy
Like he's
go
cutting
lucky.
himself off from the world and stuff. I mean, he's coming
Yeah,
around
he
now,
went
but
to a shell.
yeah. And it's just
They're dealing with a lot of different emotions, a lot of different mental issues. Like it's a lot going on in this show that's just it's not for kids because they wouldn't understand, but it's just enough for adults to be like, this might not be a cartoon.
no, yeah. I mean, if you thought the animated movies were going there like what was it, War in Atlantis and Doomsday, what was it, Doom War or something like that.
Superman and all that.
When you thought they were being, that's just the violence level. That's just the violence level. Young Justice is on dealing with an intellectual thought-provoking way of the world. Like, you're watching this team grow up. I can literally go back now and say, one, if this was the path that they were going to take when they were originally on Cartoon Network, I'm glad Cartoon Network said we got to step away from that.
Yeah,
because
I don't want Cartoon Network doing that.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
what they doing Teen Titans now.
Well, it's okay.
Teen
It's
Titans
funny.
Go,
It has its moments. It has its moments.
It's like a floppy thing. It's cool,
Hey,
but
I can deal with it on that end, opposed to that. We ain't going there.
Thundercats.
Yeah, you read my mind, man. I was like, yeah,
that shit was horrible.
I'm like, they still aired that shit. I'm like, okay.
And the fact that they thought that was gonna be something.
But see, I think the most that they're like with Cartoon Network,
Lionel.
the Stubby Leg Lionel. I think the most that they've gone with as far as trying to explain stuff to children is like Steven Universe and Craig of the Creek.
Yeah.
Craig of the, and I will always ship Craig of the Creek. That show's amazing. That shows me, because we never had a black led cartoon like that, and telling it from
I just can't get down with the cartoon.
Oh, you said the silly black people.
Yeah,
but see, he deals with
black people
he deals with stuff.
With that much,
he's not from this single parent home. He has an older brother who acts like a typical older brother. His little sister's annoying.
It's
like,
a great show.
Yeah, it has some nice. And then, if you're a kid, and this is any kid, black, white, whatever, if you're a kid growing up, and let's just say between the ages of 7 to 12, the stuff that they do on there, going out here into the woods and playing and just being a freaking kid, going to the barter shop, like, I'll trade you these 5 bottle caps for some of this.
Kids don't do that nowadays.
They don't do that nowadays, no. But
I mean, they don't go
seeing
outside
just
much
that type
nowadays.
no, they don't. But seeing that type of innocence and just playing, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm for that. I'm all for that.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great show. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
The way I'm set up watching cartoons, you know what I mean? There's no violence. There's nothing to it. It's just,
hold on, let me put this disclaimer out here. DC is not a violent person, everyone. He's just he just likes watching more mature type shows. That's it. That's nothing wrong with that.
I grew up on Thundercats and SWAT Cats and fucking Auto, you know what I'm saying? Like the original Transformers, G.I. Joes, Big Bad Beetleborgs, Power Rangers, shit where people was fighting all the time. There was discord and there was, anguish and shit. Everybody wasn't singing
Optimus Prime died, and it was the roughest 3 days of my life.
Man, that shit killed me when Master Splinter got hit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Ninja Turtles, I was like, oh man, I cried for a rat for a little bit. I was like, that nigga's a rat, man, but he put a rat.
You talking about in the movie theater? In the movie theater?
Yeah, even in the shows, a couple times he got touched up. He wasn't untouchable, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up on those kind of cartoons.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. In that movie, when he got whooped up in that movie, I was just like, man, you should have seen the theater. That theater was silent.
That the first night it came out, I remember me and my cousins went to Chapel Hill Mall Theater in Akron, Ohio. First night it came out. And I was crying in my popcorn when they beat the shit out of him. It was so salty when I ate that popcorn. Tears so salty.
We seen it at Rolling Acres Mall. That's when they were giving out the free pizza and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back then, oh man, kids don't even know about that. You was getting free pizzas at the movie theater.
Yeah, that's how
Pizza Hut.
It was Domino. For y'all, it was Pizza. For us, it was Domino's.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the north side of Akron, Chapel Hill Mall, they was giving out Pizza Hut. What's the pizza? Oh, it might have been Domino's. I know
Domino's. Yeah, no, it was. That was their push. Domino's. It was the push.
Domino's had them tickets and all that. Yeah, it
was. But you talking about going in there and like getting a free slice of pizza, man? We kept going. Man, by the time we were done,
at the theater we went to wasn't.
It was about 6 of us, so that's all it took.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we had enough people, they just gave us a box.
Like some of us actually got 2. Like my brother got 2 slices. And I'm like, how the hell you get 2 slices? I just went out there and asked for it.
And that's what I need to get back to the theaters because I love fucking movie theater popcorn. Like, I can kill that shit, especially them buckets with the refill. That's my
Yeah.
shit, man.
I tried to. What did I have? I had. That's what it was. It was my Black Panther popcorn bucket. Like specifically when Black Panther came out, I tried to use that shit again because I went to the movie theater to see it so many times.
Nah,
I'm like,
nah,
y'all
nigga,
can't put the large in this bucket.
Nah, brother, we discontinued that 4 showings ago.
Like y'all
There's
can't put it. Like it's still a large.
drive-in down here. It's actually
Not blue. You're not talking about Blue
City
Sky.
Theater.
Okay, yeah,
Barberton.
yeah.
I frequent out there a little bit. It ain't the same though.
It's not.
It's nice because you could watch 2 movies for the price of one, and you can chill out in your car and all that.
Here's the thing. You gotta have the right position.
Yeah, and the right car.
Yeah, you got a right position, right. You just can't have a car.
You can't have nothing small, and you got like 4 people in there because the people in the back can't see. And if your hood ain't right, people gonna slip off that. If you don't bring chairs, you out of luck. If you can get in and back up, and everybody sit on the back, or 2 people on the back, and then you bring 2 chairs, you golden. Or if you just bring chairs, period, you good. But I'm glad that there are still drive-in theaters because
it's just Magic City and Blue.
Experience.
It's Magic and Blue Sky. Is Blue Sky still open?
I don't even know where that's at.
Yeah, I think that was a little further out. That's like further out.
I know Magic
East.
City, which is Barberton, is right there between because it's about 20 minutes away from my house.
Mm-hmm.
Out towards Barberton, if we take like 30, beautiful. Like we went when Aladdin first came out. And it was
The
showing
one with
Aladdin.
Will.
The one
The
with
one
Will
with Will.
Smith, Aladdin. The new Chucky just came out. Toy Story 4. And there was something else they showed that night too.
It's not hard to, if you can get it right. Like I seen Terminator 2, Oscar, and it was a third film, but I probably didn't remember it because I didn't want to care for it. But I seen those 2 at the same damn time.
Yeah, I mean, if you park right, you can watch both screens.
Oh yeah.
Watching because I didn't want to watch Toy Story 4, so I'm looking over here. Chucky is going on, so I'm watching Chucky here. They watching Toy Story here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that there's still movie. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up on fucking drive-in movie theater.
We used to envy the family because it was always a house that sat close by.
Yeah, you could just.
And if in the way they roof sat, you could see they could see the movie. And we used to envy whoever lived in those houses. Like it was far away, but they could see the movie.
Yeah.
So
I remember we piled up in the station wagon, you know what I'm saying? The Ford station wagon. Shout out to Ford
the Rambler.
Yeah, the one like the from National Lampoons, that kind of old school
with the panels.
With the back, with the back, you know what I'm saying? Cigarette ashtrays all through the back of that bitch, and there was no seats. It was just like 2 seats, a seat, and then just flat back all the way. You know what I'm saying? We used to pull that motherfucker up, park that motherfucker so that flat back was out. People was laid out in the back. People, you know what I'm saying, had chairs.
Look, that was my dad and his Bronco. He had the front seat, the passenger seat, and then that one little seat in the back. Yeah. But that tailgate lets down.
Really, man, it was the times. Cats don't even know.
Childhood lived at its finest.
That or big ass vans that people used to have with
the caravans, the big.
Yeah. Oh no, that was the big ones, like the big, like it was almost like school vans with the fucking ladder on the back.
Oh yeah, those. Oh, my stepdad had one of those.
Had one of them, you know what I'm saying?
My stepdad had one of those.
He used to drive to Detroit, that bitch, you know what I'm saying? The seats would turn to each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you want,
them stay-up seats was plush as hell.
Yeah, you had the 2 seats, then you had the 2 seats in the middle that turned to each other, then you had the fucking bench in the back that folded to a bed. Road trip, baby. Motherfucking trip.
He had sold me his van.
I actually want to get one of them vans. I don't even like vans, but if I get one of them vans and pimp that bitch out, Kurt.
Oh, you can get away with it. Whole ass party van.
Yeah, man. I'll turn that motherfucker out.
You get the spray. the smell good spray and everything else, because
I
it
ain't
was
put.
always some
I remember a dude had some
extracurriculars.
fucking plush motherfucking shag carpet in this shit, man. Like custom shag carpet and fucking leather
Custom
chairs and all
shag
this shit.
carpet. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
god.
Them man had the
Um,
shit back in the day.
Let me get to our. I showed the first half of our Black Fay Day celebration video, and once again, I want to thank everybody who I showcased. They all looked amazing. They looked beautiful, man, women, and children. Just awesome. The makeup, the costumes, just
Not the black baby.
beautiful. And shout out again to Jasmine LaFleur, who, by the way, will be on our season finale next Tuesday. So you want to tune in for that, because she's going to be talking about Black Fay Day, and she's going to be at a bunch of conventions. So you want to tune in for that. You want to find out if you can catch up with her. You want to see if you can support her in some kind of way. But here is part 2 of Black Fay Day, our Black Fay Day celebration. Thank you to all who participated. Here we go. Yeah, that last shot.
Music about to make me feel like I'm about to go on a quest. Got my young squire. Let's go on a quest.
I gotta make it fit the aesthetic, man.
I was like, that's some old 1800s. We gotta go on a quest to slay a dragon and save the princess and find the golden quail eggs.
The quail.
Lit.
But shout out to everybody that participated in Black Fay Month to celebrate Black Fay Day and Black Mermaid. But most of all, shout out to Jasmine LaFleur for creating such a dope event. She put her blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and you'll hear more about it next Tuesday. But yeah, there were some. It was a group in the first one that they were all white and gold, and they did a group shot. I swear to God, I'm like, I need an anime of that, because all I seen was fairies, elves, and pirates. I need an anime of that. I need a whole anime of that right now. But damn. But shout out to everybody on there. There were so many. There's people still sending me pictures, and so I'm like, that's okay. Send it to me.
Names. Black people know how to pick some good ass names.
There was some. There, E-Bunny Pearl. Now, Beauty by Chata, who she's great with her makeup, and there's just so many to name. I am Aurora, who's best.
Boy, I tell you.
Yeah. Hey, look, what did we just say earlier? When we do something, it comes with a swag undeniable. So, but I want to thank everybody who tuned in, who participated in Black Fae Day and who participated in Black Fae Month and Black Mermaid. It was a beautiful thing. I hope to do it myself next year. Sans busy schedule. But I will be seeing Jasmine not only next Tuesday, but I will be seeing her in person at BlurredCon in July. So I'll be checking her out. So be sure to show some support. She has a link, and I have to get it from her again so I can share that. So you want to show your support. You want Black Fae Day to be a bigger event. You know, it costs money, but it costs nothing to share. So do whatever you can. You know, so once I get the link, I'll put that up on the Blurred's Eye View podcast page and the IG page, as well as my personals. But before we get out of here, DC, tell them where they can find you.
Every fucking where, even in space. I'm out there.
Yeah, we're in space too.
22,000.
Don't test the lemons. Don't test us.
I mean, pretty much everywhere, man. You know, season 6 of What the Shit starts in June. Catch us at the $1 Million Baby event,
Yes.
June 17th.
Yes.
Be there live and in person and in color in the building, representing, talking to all the people, man. It's about to be a star-studded event. Queen and King Ish is coming up this season. Got a lot of dope people for that. And then, you know, we just got a lot of dope people coming through. Shout out to Opulence Radio. Shout out to 4 Media Hub. 4 TV Media. I always say that shit wrong. I always say Hub. And media. They say, man, I'm going to get it right as soon as I'm going to get it right, y'all.
I'm going to get it together.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I got a lot of emails to run through for guests, but supposed to be taking a break, but it ain't one.
Yeah, it's never a break with us. You can catch me here. Blurred's Eye View IG. If you go to the Blurred's Eye View IG, you'll catch the link tree. The link tree has all the socials to it, and you can catch us anywhere you listen to podcasts, including iHeartRadio and now Opulence Radio. Just get the Opulence Radio app. Listen to us every Monday and Thursday. What the Shit and Blurred's Eye View between 9 and 11, I want to say it is. It's weird. The times are weird. I still got to get the times down. Just listen to it all day. Just listen to it all day, because you're gonna hear not just our 2 shows, but you're gonna hear a lot of great other shows that's on the app, and that's on there,
all day, every
day. So you can check us out there. But until next Tuesday, during our season finale, where we talk to our very lovely Queen Fae, Jasmine LaFleur, you can catch me, DC, Candy B. You can catch me every Thursday as well, where I'll be talking to activist and actress Tracy Carr this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So you want to tune in for that as well. She's going to be talking about her platform. And as you see that everywhere, we're everywhere. It's right there. No excuse. Go to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. Go to the IG page, give us a follow. Go to Opulence Radio, give us a listen. Go to iHeartRadio, give us a listen. Go to the Apple Podcast. Drop a star or 2 or 5, preferably. But if you are checking us out, you know how we do. Anywhere you can find us, give us a support. We got some big things coming up for the next season. But as we do with every series or every show, I should say, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. It's black folks out in space. Get over yourself. We're out of here.